Welcome back to Mastering Menopause. And today I am joined by one of our clients, Rachel Weiss, and I'm so excited to have you on and talk about your experience with us. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And Rachel works with Coach Lori, so we can talk a little bit about your coaching. What I'd like to do is find out, just get, your experience working with us. But let's start off with what led you to coaching in the first place?
I used to be able to take a run, go for a run, and lose weight. It didn't matter what I ate. I was fine. I had no problem losing weight when I put my mind to it. And exercise alone did it just fine. And then, menopause happened, or whatever. I turned an age and I was working out every day, and I started watching what I ate. I didn't really know what I was watching, but I was watching, making sure I wasn't eating a lot of carbs, really was it. I thought that would be the way to go. And nothing was happening. I mean, I wasn't getting any, I had to buy new clothes, like everything, nothing fit. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like myself. And I was frustrated. And my son showed me TikTok. And I started watching TikTok just for fun. And all these little videos came on, just different things. And then you came on. And I was like, who's this lady? Like, what is this lady doing? And first, I obviously watched it because you kept coming into my feed and kept coming into my feed and kept coming into my feed. And I'm like, she's like a normal lady. She's not the Beachbody trainers that I, have worked out with forever, who are great. They're wonderful.
Yeah.
But
amazing.
But you seemed like a regular person who just wanted to help people, because you discovered, hey, this is what you have to do. And then I reached out. There was something on Instagram. I followed you on Instagram or Facebook or something. And I reached out and I said, obviously what I'm doing is not working. And we had a very nice chit chat. And I said, let me try this. What the heck?
Right.
And there you go. That was it.
And I think what you said is so common. Well, a couple things there, right? The mode, right? It just stops working. What we used to do just stops working, but you just didn't feel like yourself. And I hear that a lot, and feeling just out of control, not so much out of control, but just feeling like I just want to feel like myself again. And I think that's pretty common. And also the approach of like, okay, I'll just stop eating this, or I'll just start running more, or whatever that exercise is. Again, it's very, very common, because we have evidence that worked, because it used to work, but then it just stops working, so kind of like an uphill battle. So with you, we took a look at what you were eating. Do you remember like what your eating style was like and what we did to you?
Not really. I mean, I would just eat what I thought was healthy.
Do you remember how many calories you were eating?
Oh yeah. I was eating like 1,150, 1,200 calories. I mean, I remember not eating a lot. And then I remember you saying, no, you need to eat like 2,000 calories. And it was like a party. It was like, oh my God. And then when I ate that and maybe gained a pound or two.
You gained a pound.
And like, I was like, what's going on? Like, I just have to warn you, my husband just pulled in and my dog's going to bark, but that won't happen. It won't stay. Dog won't stay barking. Sorry. So yeah. And I remember it being very shocking. Told you. Being very shocking that I ate so much more, and there was no difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do remember that.
That's like my favorite part is to feed up, right? And bring up that metabolism. And we can talk about your results and your weight loss and awesome. And well, why don't we? But I think to that point, it's not just about those results. And it's also like, how do you feel? And so how did it feel getting out of from 1100 calories? Now you are on a diet right now, we're still pushing through, but you're not at 1100 calories losing that weight. So how did it feel to bring in those calories? Like what did that do for your mood and your energy and just in mindset?
It felt really good. It was almost like a relief. I was relieved that I was getting direction on what I needed to do. And even if I wasn't sure, like, in the beginning, you're like, 2000 calories, this is crazy. And I remember it was April and I was like, I remember before I called you, I said, oh, in 3 months, I'm going to be able to get into my skinny shorts. And then I spoke to you and I'm like, well, not this summer, but maybe next summer. And then again, who cares? Maybe the summer after, maybe the summer after that. I don't know, but I'm going with a direction. I have a goal and I have someone to help me feel better. And then there was the relief of, I don't have to starve myself anymore. I don't have to be cranky anymore. In fact, in the beginning, I was eating so much, I was uncomfortably full. Not for long, because my body adjusted, but yeah. I would much rather be full than starving,
in for food,
cranky. And I wasn't like, going into the snack cabinet. I have kids and I have a husband who love their Oreos and their cookies. And those, I used to sneak them, like, okay, I can have it. I know what it takes. I don't care. But you know what? If I want one, I can have one.
Yeah.
I can fit it in where it makes sense, where I'm not starving to eat one. But I found other things that I can eat that give me just as much pleasure as those things. And I'm still discovering really cool things made with protein that taste better than an Oreo.
Like what?
Want me to tell you my new
Yes.
thing? Okay. So
you heard it here, folks.
A chocolate or vanilla protein shake with some Jell-O pudding, mix it for 10 minutes, put it in the fridge, take it out, put a teeny bit of whipped cream on it, and it's like chocolate pudding. And if I need a crunch, there are these Lily's chocolate chips, and you just put them on top. And I get my protein. It's not, and it satisfies the sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Just this week, I was in Aldi, and they had this mini waffle maker. And I've been seeing, there's this lady on TikTok. She used to be 400 and something pounds, and she lost all this weight. I wish I knew her name. And she waffles things. And she was, I don't know if it was her or somebody else.
I've seen the waffles.
Half a banana, protein powder, and egg white. And I made all these waffles. And they're delicious. Sweet breakfast done. So yeah. Using the protein powder definitely helps me reach my protein goal of 145, which when we first started, I was like, how am I going to get 100 grams of protein? How do you do that?
Right.
And now
you were at what? You were averaging 50 grams of protein that first week.
And I thought that was a lot.
So it was, yeah, you were like, 41 grams and 76 grams and 84 grams and then 110, and then it just slowly rose. You just kept building on to that until like you're just rocking it, right? Right now it's on autopilot, right?
Yes.
And you're going to San Diego this weekend. Are you worried
About what?
about what's going to happen? So
I'm not worried. I am going to tonight, actually, after I get off the phone with you, I am going to get my protein powder and put it into individual bags, because the protein powder definitely helps reach my protein goal. 140, it's a lot. It is a lot, especially for someone just starting out. That's like insurmountable. I couldn't believe I was doing
yeah,
that.
we
But
didn't start you at that. Yeah.
no,
we started
no,
you
no,
at
no, no, no.
115.
So, but that, and I think that with the college, I do some collagen peptides with that. I just drink it in water in the morning when I'm doing the workouts that you send me. But with those two things, in fact, I've been forgetting to put in that collagen the past week, now that I think about it, with the waffles. So I've been getting 18 more grams of protein than I thought all week long. I've got to put that in. Anyway, sorry. So I'll put them in bags so I have them every day. So, and I know that at lunch and at dinner and at breakfast, I've got to have my protein. I don't feel right now like I feel much better when I have the protein in me. There's lots of different ways to get it. Sometimes at the end of the, like, I try to get it in my breakfast and lunch. So dinner, I'm not like so stressed.
Yeah.
But there's some like yummy protein cereals that have about 180 calories or so and 20 grams of protein, and it's great. And it's a nice crunch at the end of the day. Different things like that. So, yeah.
You definitely have made it work and just adopted that lifestyle. And I always tell people, your body will get used to it. Your body's actually going to crave that style, right? Once we flip over, it's just getting over that hump, because you are going to be full. It's just like, this is a lot. So your body starts to crave it, because it's just, I don't know why that happens, but it's just creating that habit for yourself. So you started out, do you mind if I share your stats? Okay, your weight, okay. So you started out, you came to us, you were 150 pounds. How tall are you?
5'4".
Okay, same. And you started just at the end of April, the beginning of May. And since then you have lost 17 pounds and 18 inches. And like the numbers are great, right? Numbers are fantastic. What we don't see is your progress pictures. I'm not going to share your progress pictures, Rachel, but what you don't see is the difference in the muscle tone. And so with this being said, yes, she lost 17 pounds, but she's also increased muscle. So if we were just going after strictly weight loss, then we probably could have taken much more weight off of her. But she wouldn't have the muscle tone that you see in her pictures either. So it's trading the fat for muscle, and just making sure that we are actually building the muscle at the same time that we are taking that fat down. And so when we look at those inches and we look at the progress pictures, like you can just see it coming down. You can see physically the changes that happened in your body. And you had a big week this week. So this happens with a few clients. This was a slow roll. And I remember you being like, is this ever going to change? I think this was like right before the holidays, I believe. And you just you were at like 150 forever. So you were in that reverse diet, eating, 2000 calories. And then we put you into that fat loss phase. You literally stayed at like 150. You dropped like 5 pounds. So by like September, you were down like 5 pounds, and you just kind of stayed there. And then you kind of hovered in between, and then lost another 5 pounds. No, you hovered right around 145-ish. And then you were plus or minus 2 pounds over the holidays, right? So you didn't really gain or lose, just kind of kept kind of kept flip-flopping back and forth. And then you dropped by the end of January, you were down to 142-ish, kind of holding on that again, just staying there, just kind of seeming to plateau. This is just that body's just readjusting, right? We're still building that muscle, losing the fat. And today you're at 133, so 17 pounds down. So that's fantastic, without like a huge amount of sacrifice, and with 2 very big trips, one to Israel and one to Mexico. So where we were not on a diet, correct?
Not in Israel and not in Mexico. And we were talking before, and my weight actually went up, and then after the trips came back down. So, when I tell my husband and my kids, I'm like, it is 17 from the start, but I had gained when I went away and then lost that probably almost right away. It was just, being in 2 foreign countries, and you have to try it.
Stress of that, and just,
Yes.
and then just the retention, the water retention anyways, and just having different
Yes.
fluids. You have to gain weight, honestly.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you just gain fat, right? But it does come down. So
Right.
yeah. So, and I think people don't appreciate the fact that like there's going to be those times when you're just not going to be strictly adherent to your diet. And that's why we have those built-in diet breaks. You can't just always be chasing and being in that low caloric deficit, because you start to feel it, right? Are you looking forward to kind of going on a diet break?
Yes, we planned it. Well,
Yeah.
I've been in this fat phase for a little bit longer than normal because of
Fat loss phase.
the fat loss phase. What did I say?
Fat phase.
Oh, my fat phase. My fat loss phase. my fat loss phase, because of my trip and the Passover holiday, which is a lot of matzah and heavy, and you got to eat it. There are things. So we built in this break right around this time. So when I go away, I'll still be tracking, I'll still be eating my protein, but I've got some calories to play with. And yeah, of course, I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely.
I love that. Yeah. And having the availability to that, and knowing it's not going to, when we bring those calories back up to maintenance, like the body's like, again, right? Like you said, that party, and it just uses those calories. It's not like, okay, now I'm having all these extra calories and the weight just piles back on. It doesn't, because your body's just using it. So it's a great time to kind of practice like maintenance, what that looks like. But, it's also a great time to just kind of get away from because it can be a grind, and especially you got to be feeling it now, right?
Since Christmas, I think I've been in this fat loss phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I think so.
The beginning of the year.
Yeah. So yes. So I think I'm ready for a little, I don't know what, but I'll find it.
Yeah. And I love, because I talked to you earlier a couple of weeks ago, and you said we're already going shopping. Like, we have the place that we're staying at has a stove. We're doing some cooking and having that. You're already prepared with bringing your protein powder, probably the collagen as well too. So, that is key to kind of have some kind of a little bit of consistency when you're going away, and not just kind of abandoning everything, so I love that. How is working with Coach Lori?
She's a doll. She's patient. She's smart. She has a calming way. I mean, there was, after like the first 6 months, we really didn't see much. I went away both times, but if you're working April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and nothing's really happening, I'm like, why am I doing this? Nothing's happening. And I'm like, how can I not give this a full year to really see what I believed it, even though I didn't see the results at that point. I believed it would work. I don't know why I believed it would work, but I knew I felt better. At least I'm feeling better and not gaining weight. So I knew that I was on the right path.
You had that initial drop, right? So you had a
Yeah.
little bit, and then I think I can see your trip. Was that
Right.
like in August?
Well, July was Israel and August was Mexico.
Okay, I can see August. I can see Mexico.
Well, Israel, the walking and there's no, like, there is junk food in Israel, but I was too busy to really go crazy with food. I mean,
Yeah.
with junk food, the food, whatever. Everything is really healthy if you're looking for it, and it's there and it's delicious. So, but Mexico was very different. We were in an all-inclusive resort and the food wasn't great. So I knew the rice was safe. I knew, I knew the ice cream was safe. There are things that, yeah. So you could definitely see that trip, and it definitely, but then coming back, once I got right back into it, I could definitely see, I felt better. I felt better. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give this 6 more months. And in this past 6 months, and then you had some special. So it gave me like 6 extra weeks. And I'm like, yay. I'm like, I've got to do it. Give myself a year of real, like, how can I learn how to do this if I can't give myself a year with a coach to figure it out? And Lori was like very much supportive. Being 5'4" and 150 pounds is not a very big woman. It's not. Anybody that's 5'4" and 150 pounds, it's fine. It's better than fine. There's, but for me, I didn't feel comfortable in that. And I knew that I needed to fit back into clothes that I had. And I'm actually, after, what is it? 17 pounds, 18 inches. I am still in the same size, but my clothes look much better. I feel better in my size 12. I'm a size 12. I was a size 6 and a size 8 in my 40s, 30s. My 20s, I was like a 2 or a 4, whatever. But
Yeah, weren't we
whatever,
all?
for a very long time, 6 or 8. And when I was an 8, I'd be like, oh, I got to get back to my 6. Boom, back and forth, back and forth. Ran a marathon, I was a 4. I could run a marathon now, I still wouldn't be a 4. And that's okay. So my size 12s fit comfortably better. It's funny, just yesterday, my next door neighbor, a very lovely older lady, not that much, whatever, she bought these very funky pants, 2 pairs of pants, and she didn't like them. She gave them to me. I put them on 6 months ago, like in the fall. And I'm like, ooh. And I have pants just like that. But I don't know, whatever. She got them in a different place, whatever. They weren't cut. I'm trying to find closer San Diego. San Diego, I thought was going to be hot. It's not. It's only going to be 65 degrees. So
Yeah.
I call them my hippie pants. Hippie pants are perfect for summer, winter, anything in between, because they're light. You can wear leggings underneath them. You don't have to. So I'm like, I'm just going to bring my hippie pants. They're like just like cloth pants, fabric. And I put them on last night, both pairs that I would never have stepped out in them 6 months ago. I put them on last night and I'm like, oh my God, they fit. Not only do they fit, they're adorable.
They look
They
good. Yeah.
look, and I'm so happy. And it's like just a little bit, but my husband, who we've only been married a year and a half, maybe a little more, whatever. He was like, I loved you a year and a half ago, when you started this, I love you now. But I'm so happy to see you happier with how you are,
Yeah.
with you work. And he watches me work. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday, and I do those workouts you give me. I do that consistently Monday through. I take the weekends off because I work out 5 days a week. And he sees me measuring my food, and he sees me, doing what I need to do. And he sees that the results, and he doesn't see the results the way I see the results. I see the results in every which way. He sees my reaction to the results.
End result. Yeah. Exactly. And that's all they want for us is just peace.
To be happy. My
That's all we
peace
want.
of mind.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So he's thrilled for me because whatever. So, but I'm thrilled for me to put those pants on, same size, they just fit better. And that's great. Wonderful. That's great. If I lose a size, I got to buy more clothes. Darn it. I got to buy more clothes. But
Yeah.
I feel better. My sister has said something to me, just the past 2 weeks, people at work have said something like, you look different. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? And there's another woman, I don't want to bash anything. She's doing like shakes or something, and she's lost a lot of weight very quickly. And I said, well, you look great. You look great before, you look great now. And she looks at me and she goes, but I know as soon as I stop doing this, it's going to come back, where yours is not. She goes, but I had to do something quick. And I said, okay. I said, you're right. It's not going to come back. So I don't need a quick fix. I need something that I know how to do for the rest of my life. So I feel good. And I know how to take care of menopausal me.
Yeah. Yes. It's a different ball game for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Love the cup. We talked about this earlier. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, I don't think so. Unless you want to ask me anything else.
I think we covered everything. We were talking, we had a coaches meeting last night, and we were those very things that you said about Lori, we said, like, she got a new client, and we're like, thank God that, that you're so calming and soothing and have that, that patient.
Well, actually, to get back to what I was saying, and I got off on a tangent. When I didn't see the stuff, when I didn't see any movement, she was like, Rachel, you were 150, you're 145 now, or whatever, or, you've lost this many inches, whatever it was. You weren't that big to begin with. So it's going to take longer. That's the way it is. I wasn't 300 that. I think about that woman who was 400 and some odd pounds, whatever. When you change, when you're bigger, it comes off quicker, where I didn't have that. I had enough in my own mind. I bought a bikini.
Ooh.
It's a big bikini. But 2 years ago, I threw out all of my bikinis and said, I will never, ever wear one again. And I was okay with that, but I really wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. I had the same thing too.
To be 55 and to put on a bikini it goes all the way to my belly button. It's not like a string bikini. I'm not 20 years old, whatever. And I tried it on, and I was like, it's okay. I know Christy Turlings or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't have to be. It fits. I can wear it. I work so hard that nobody can take that away from me.
Right.
And it's not perfect and it's not wow, but I work so hard. Nobody can take it away from me. I want to wear it. I'm going to wear it. Boom, done.
Yeah.
You know?
That is wow, though. That is wow. Because I'm sure there's a lot of women that are listening to this that are like, my freaking bikini days are over. At
Yeah.
55, like, no, I'll never put on a bikini again. And it's absolutely possible because I know exactly what you're saying, where I was like, I cannot wear a bikini anymore. I'm like, that was my that was my defining moment. Like, oh hell no, that is not going to be me. I am a bikini girl. So
Right. And I guess I would end with this to
okay.
anybody that's watching. How do I say this? If you're on the fence, if you're unsure, if you are thinking, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, I know it costs money. I know it's going to take some work. Do I want to do this? Do it. If you want to do it, don't let your fear stop you. And I've been saying this since my divorce many years ago. Everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Mhm.
Everything, and I say it quite often to myself, everything you want is on the other side of fear. I don't know who said it. It's somebody famous. And that is the truth. Because it's hard. It's hard work. But
It does take effort for sure.
it takes effort. It's not as hard as it was. And it's part of my life now. And it's not like it's unattainable. And it's not, I intermittent fasted. That messed with me. That really messed with me. And that messed with my metabolism and all that stuff. And I remember being in the grocery store and it was 4:00 and I was so happy because I could buy whatever I wanted and I could eat whatever I wanted. And I said, I can do this for the rest of my life. And then like 6 months later, I woke up and it was like noon and I was starving. And I'm like, I can't ever go out to lunch again. I can't ever have a snack at 2:00 in the afternoon. That is not an attainable lifestyle for me.
Right.
Having protein and feeling full and feeling good, that's attainable. So if you have reservations, go for it.
Yeah, and maybe you'll share your progress pictures too at some point. Because
oh my God, no.
That's you don't have to, I'm just saying. I can definitely see it in your face, so I don't have to go to your pictures to see that, you made some fantastic progress. So I'm just so happy for you and just embracing it and love that, giving yourself that food freedom and not worrying about going on vacation. I talked to somebody earlier today and she was sweating going on vacation. And I'm just glad that you are out of that. I have to wait to eat, I can't have this, I can't have that, you can have it. Yes, absolutely. So, and, having a glass of wine, that's, part of life's pleasures. Like, why not? So work it in.
I have had a drink almost every day. I don't have more than one drink. And I probably, if I just drank the tonic water without the vodka, I wouldn't even notice. And it lasts from like 5:00 to 9:00 when I go to bed. I probably wouldn't even notice it, but I've still lost the weight having it.
Yeah.
I just put it in there It just goes in automatically. So, yeah. So there you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. I know it's not, easy to do that, but hey, we have to celebrate, grab those wins and appreciate that. Rock those pants, rock that bikini. I'm so excited. And yeah, send me a picture from my hometown. Send me a picture from San Diego, please.
That's your hometown?
That's right, from up.
I'm staying in Solana Beach.
That's one of my favorite. Moonlight and Solana Beach are my favorite, my absolute favorite. It's
Well,
about 20 minutes north of like where the beach that I would go to. So in Del Mar. So
okay. Well, if you think of anything wonderful I should have, please text me and tell me.
it's been, I've lived here longer than I was out there. So I wouldn't even know anymore.
Okay, that's all right.
But the beach is beautiful. So
Can't wait.
Yeah, have so much fun. And
Thank you.
I thank you for coming on, and just pause for 1 second. And thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.